everybody. It is Monday, holiday or not. I am here a little later than usual, but that's okay. So today is a mindset day, and I read one of the most amazing quotes pretty recently. So backing up a little bit, I know a mom who I met through my sister-in-law, and she is one of the most gracious, beautiful people I've ever known. The way that she looks at the world is absolutely inspiring all the time. And it was so exciting when she had her little girl because she started sharing things and posting things on Instagram that shared to Facebook and giving us these insights into her view of parenting and her view of her daughter, and it was just beautiful. And so recently she posted something. I'm going to read it to you so I get it right. She says, "As mothers or caretakers of babies, we don't earn their trust. They already trust us. If we take that for granted, the trust leaves, and then we have to earn it. I'm trying so hard to preserve this gift." And it really got me thinking when I read this. And I think she's absolutely right. I think that trust needs to be our litmus test. When we are in a situation and we're trying to decide what to do, I think if we can pause for a moment and say, is this going to build trust or break trust with my child? And if the answer is build trust, follow through, do that. If it's going to break trust and maybe temporarily alleviate our frustration or make us feel like we did something, but it's going to break trust in the process, it's not worth it. There's another way, and we might not know what that way is right away. We might have to look up ideas or ask questions or get help, but we should be able to evaluate our decisions based on whether or not it's going to build our trust with our kids or break our trust with our kids. And it's a really challenging thing to do. And I've been really trying to work on that. I actually read this quote about 3 weeks ago, but I wanted her permission before I shared it. And so I've been really thinking about it day in and day out. And there's situations I've come to where I feel like I don't know what I'm doing here. What's the right way? The Saturday, I went to a birthday party, and my kiddo got in the car, locked the door, and closed the door. And he has a habit of doing this, and I've asked him many times not to do this. And he's 3, so he is still experimenting, and maybe it's okay at the park, even if it's not okay in the garage, and maybe it's okay in the daytime, even though it's not okay at nighttime, and he's still figuring all that out, and I get that logically. But it is frustrating when the baby's screaming, and I just want to get in the car and make our 45-minute drive home, and it's hot out, and we've been playing for hours and hours and hours, and he won't unlock the door. And I felt myself getting so frustrated and so irritated and just to that point of wanting to blow up. So I decided that I could blow up and scream at him, threaten him, do whatever, and end up ultimately regretting it. Maybe feeling better for a few minutes because, dang it, he wasn't listening and I was angry. But ultimately I would regret it, and he would be sad and scared and upset and break that trust. It's not going to break the trust entirely, but it's going to damage it a little bit. It's not what I want. I want to build trust every day with my kids. So I unlocked the door, which I was capable of doing. I just wanted him to do it. Ultimately, I was being just as stubborn as he was. And I explained to him that I didn't like that decision he made. I was very frustrated, and I didn't really know what to do about it, but I wasn't happy, and he needed to sit down, buckle up, and we're going home. And I resisted the urge to make threats or punishments or whatever, because I didn't know. I was in a bad state of mind. I was in a frustrated place, and it was the wrong time to make any decision. So we start driving home, and I turn up the music and just drive in silence. For me, I was quiet. And about 30 minutes into our drive, he says, "Mommy, I locked the door on you." And I turned down the music, and I said, "Yeah, you did." He goes, "You don't like that. You don't like it when I lock the door." "No, I don't." "I'm sorry, Mommy." And I wanted to cry, because here I thought I hadn't done anything. I hadn't punished him, I hadn't screamed at him, I hadn't made any kind of impact on him. And in reality, he spent 30 minutes thinking about how I was upset and I was disappointed, and what that meant and what he did and how he contributed to that. And all by himself, he came to the conclusion that it wasn't a nice thing to do and he needed to apologize. And had I punished him or screamed at him or done any of that, his brain would automatically flip into defensive mode. I didn't do anything wrong, or I don't deserve this, or you're mean, or blah, blah, blah. All of the angry, hateful feelings that we all feel when somebody's attacking us. But I didn't, and I got to see for a minute what happens in his brain that I don't see. I'm not aware of how much his little gears are turning. I don't get to see on the inside that even when I think I haven't done anything, just being honest with him, telling him how I feel, telling him that I'm frustrated and disappointed and have to think about this for a little while, just doing that got him thinking and evaluating. And it was really, really cool. It was really eye-opening. And it wasn't, it wasn't like it was some grand thought-out plan. It was literally just me not knowing what to do and hitting pause rather than acting without thinking. And the reason I did that is because the only things I could think of in that frustrated, angry moment were things that were going to damage our trust. So rather than doing those, I just said, I don't know what to do. I'll think about it and figure it out. I'm going to hit pause. And I did, and it was a great outcome. And I'm not saying that every kid is going to magically apologize and understand what they've done wrong just because you don't do anything right in that moment. But what I am saying is that it is okay to decide that your relationship with your child, that trust, that bond is more important than you winning or being right this second. You keep your kids safe, you still maintain your boundaries, he still got in his car seat, he still put his seatbelt on. But it is okay to hit pause. It's okay to say, this is not going the way I want it to, and I can keep escalating or I can just hit pause. It's okay to hit pause and preserve that trust. And I got to see that firsthand this weekend, and it was really, really cool. So I thought it fit in really, really well with this mama's quote. I saved her post on Facebook, actually, so I can look at it often and just remember what a precious gift it is that we have absolutely unconditional trust just handed to us. These tiny little creatures, they're born, and they smell us, and they hear us, and they sense us, and they trust us implicitly to meet every single need they could possibly have. We didn't do anything to create that. They just do it. And how cool to be in the position at this young age to maintain that trust. So when they're 13 and their friends are doing things that you don't want them doing, they come home and they go, oh my gosh, Mom, Sarah did this and Lindsay did this and I don't know what to do. But they came to you because they trust you. They're not afraid that you're going to flip out on them. And they are probably very used to hearing, I don't like that decision. I'm disappointed that you did that. But it's not a terror. It's not a fear of you. It's simply understanding that we're human beings and I'm going to react to things and you're going to react to things, and we can own our emotions and our feelings and still have a respectful relationship. And that can take us so much further than winning, than crushing the opposition in that one instance that we feel like is defiance. It's really neat. So very long stories, but my point is, try to use trust as your litmus test. If you're feeling out of control, if you're feeling angry, if you feel like you're heading down that path of like, I have to keep getting angry and escalate to control this situation, it is okay to hit pause. I love you. I don't like this, but I'm going to pause because I am not in the right state of mind to make this decision. If that's okay, even when they're little. And I hope that gives some people some comfort and some ideas. And Nicole, I'm so glad you're here watching, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope that you guys can take that story and use it, and let me know how trust helps you in your relationship with your kids, because I think that we can all inspire each other in that way. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your holiday Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.